Hi, I'm Will White, Senior Application Specialist for Distributed Energy Resources at Fluke, and I'm here at Test Equipment Depot to tell you about the GFL-1500 Ground Fault Locator. This is a tool for the solar industry to allow technicians to identify and locate ground faults faster than techniques that we've previously had access to. The tool has three main parts. We have the transmitter, the signal tracing clamp, and the receiver. The GFL-1500 has four functions. The first one is the analyze function. Analyze is going to measure open circuit voltage between positive and negative. It will measure for voltage between the positive and ground and negative to ground to see if there's a fault present. If there is voltage present, it will also estimate the resistance of the fault so I can tell whether it's a low resistance fault that would be fairly easy to trace or a higher resistance fault that may be more challenging. If I input the number of modules in the series string into the setup menu, it will also estimate the location of the fault within the string of modules. Once I know there's a ground fault, I can move to the fault function, which is the second function. Fault function is going to produce a signal in the system that I can trace using either the signal tracing clamp or the receiver. This is going to allow technicians to very quickly go from the transmitter to the exact location of the fault, something that they haven't had access to in solar in the past. The third function is the open function. This is going to allow technicians to find breaks in circuits. We can easily identify breaks in a circuit of solar modules, say connectors came apart within the string, using aerial thermography or open circuit voltage testing, but it can be challenging to find the exact location of where the break is. Open function is going to inject a signal into that string. We can use the receiver to trace the signal from the transmitter directly to the break in the string so the technician can repair it. The fourth function is the map function. This is really useful when you don't have access to accurate drawings of the system. We can isolate a circuit within the system, we can inject the signal onto that circuit, and then we can use either the signal tracing clamp or the receiver to trace that signal from the transmitter directly through the circuit in the array. We can even use the receiver on the front of the modules to trace that signal. Then we can identify where the circuit is located within the array and update our drawings so we have accurate drawings. So that's a general overview of the GFL-1500 Ground Fault Locator. For more information, go to Test Equipment Depot's website or call into their customer service line and get more information. Thanks for joining us.